this better work.
So it was like 2 or 3 days ago when I installed the South of Midnight, and man, I gotta say this game hit me with a wave of nostalgia. It brought back those memories of playing all the school PS1 games, but with a twist. This one, it's different. Bro, the graphics are obviously another level, way better than back in day, but it's not just about how it looks. A lot of us OG gamers, we play games nowadays just to chill, right? Just vibe with the gameplay. Not many of us really stop to feel the atmosphere or get deep into the world. But this game, nah, this one's different. I felt this one in my bones. I was vibing with it hard. The environment, the storytelling, it's something else. It blurs that line between a dream and a nightmare. Like 1 second you're seeing something absolutely beautiful, then boom, you're hit with this dark, creepy vibe hiding behind the story. The story is about a girl living with her mom. Her dad passed when she was around 5, if I remember it right. The game kicks off during a storm, like a big one, and her mom sends her out to check out on neighbors. And let me tell you, meeting those neighbors, it felt real. Like there was life behind every character, not like these modern games where everything feels kinda soulless. Nah, you feel them seriously. There's one neighbor, this sweet old lady who's like, come on in child, have a cookie. But the second you ask her about your grandma, she gets quiet, like real quiet. There's mystery in every corner and it pulls you in deep. And I don't want to spoil too much, but around chapter 3 or 4 you meet this fish, yeah, a fish bro with this amazing accent. It adds such a fun and unexpected tone to the game, and honestly that moment made me smile. It reminded me of why I fell in love with story-driven games in the first place. Now I know a lot of people say they're tired of these linear point A to point B stories, but I'm telling you, this game proves we need them. All the MMOs and massive open world games with a million things to do, yeah, kinda over it. This right here, this is a reset. It's that feeling of being hooked, like back in the day when we could sit for hours and not even notice time flying. Real talk, I haven't finished the game yet, but I'm loving every minute of it. I've even thinking about playing it more than once, and that says a lot of coming from me. These types of story games, still king bro. The visual, unique as hell, every area feels handcrafted, and the atmosphere is just chef's kiss. The only thing I wish was different is how your character reacts to new places. Sometimes you walk into a spot that is just jaw-dropping, but she's really not reacting to it. Other times when it's somewhere nasty, she'll say stuff like, oh god, I'm gonna puke. So yeah, a bit more emotional response would taking it to another level. Now, is the game realistic or not? No, it's fantasy for sure. You fight these wild creatures, and even your childhood doll, yeah, the one your mom gave you, becomes a part of his story. It's not grounded in reality, but that's the beauty of it. It lets you shut your brain off and just feel the game. And bro, let's talk about the music. The soundtrack in this game, oh my god, that's next level. I actually went looking for the tracks online because each one feels tailored, made for the scene it's in. Turns out they didn't just grab songs from other artists, they created these pieces specifically for the game. That's dedication. That's fucking art.
He was my brother, Benji his name. He saw things different. He was my shame. And I said goodbye. I said farewell. I took my hammer, my ticket to hell.
Also, to keep it real with y'all, I know I've only uploaded like 2 videos in the last couple of weeks, and it's not because I didn't want to be active. Life threw some rough stuffs my way and I had to deal with it, but I come back and now I couldn't think of a better way to return that with this beautiful game. Maybe I'm feeling it even more because of what I've been going through this week, or maybe the game is just that good. Either way, South of Midnight brought something back for me. So if you've been feeling disconnected from games lately, if you've been missing that spark, I'm telling you, give this one a shot. If you play the game at first you think, okay, this is a fantasy game, but then these dark moments starts happening. And I mean dark, I gotta tell you, you're gonna wonder why the actual hell did they add these kind of stuffs to a fantasy game. Like this looks like a game made for kids, right? But nah, that's just how it looks. Underneath, there's a real darkness going on, bro. Some of those stories, they're deeper than your think. I was reading about the game and looking at the numbers and the discourse people had about it, and I get it. There's a reason it doesn't get that much attention. It's not super long, you can finish it in 10 to 15 hours max, but that doesn't doesn't mean it doesn't deserve higher scores on Metacritic or wherever. And let me tell you this, after almost 20 years of playing video games, this is my advice: don't read the scores, just play the games. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. That's it. The scores comes from people judging different aspects, like the one I mentioned earlier, how the main character doesn't always react emotionally to things happening around her. But that doesn't mean you won't feel it, right? Because it's happening right there on the screen in front of you. Honestly, there's so much I want to talk about and keep jumping around because I'm genuinely excited about this game. Alright, that's what I'm thinking about. I even forgot some stuffs I wanted to say earlier. We'll get to combat. I gotta talk about the combat because that's the one area I think they could have done better. The animation is amazing, don't get me wrong, but I gotta talk about it in a second. If I want to talk about the world of this game, the tone of the storytelling, man, oh god, let's talk about that. Because when you finish a chapter or start a new one, a storybook's open, actual illustrations shows up on the page and the narrator talks over it. Mix it with the old fairy tale style music I mentioned earlier, it fits the setting perfectly. It's beautiful, it feels like a fantasy world, but like I said, layered. There's something darker going on underneath the surface. Now, I'm not usually one of those they hiding something from us people, but this game feels like that. It's dreamy, a little creepy, but at the same time, it's enjoyable. It feels fresh, and I think the reason it feels fresh is because it's just a different approach. Yeah, other games just done similar things back in days, but this one still feels unique. Now let's talk about the animations. You probably saw it in the trailer, the way the character moves, the way the world moves. It is on low frames, but actually it's not. That's just how animation style it is. It's stylized, it's beautiful, but also kind of creepy, like those old stop motion films like Corpse Bride from back in days, from 2005 I guess. It's animation, sure, but that doesn't mean it's not hiding something dark underneath. There are moments in the game that pulls you in so hard. You just get locked in like you're running from a monster, old school style like Pepsi Man on PS1, dodging obstacles, jumping, trying to survive. That is stress, bro. You can feel it on your shoulders. But then there's times where you're like, alright, I'm done for today, especially because of the combat. Yeah, that's the part I wanted to talk about. It's fun, no doubt, but it's also a bit limited. You've got a few abilities you can use and you can level them up, yeah, but it's not super deep. Again, this isn't a review, just my personal opinion, but I definitely drop a proper review later. The combat can get repetitive, sure, but because you're fighting different bosses and facing all kind of puzzles and platforming stuffs, it stays interesting. But when the story kicks in and the atmosphere, man, the atmosphere is thick. You can feel the magic, you can feel the mystery and that music, that bleacy, twisted fairy tale vibe. I was vibing hard, not gonna lie. But yeah, some moments might make you feel like, okay, I'll come back to this tomorrow, and then never do. It's kind of game, but honestly, you gotta give it a shot. You really do. Just finish it once, because like every good story, there are ups and downs. Now, if I want to talk about the mechanics, they're solid, responsive, different. The way it plays might not be what you expect from the trailers. You might think the character would react more to the environments, but they kinda she don't actually. That's something I wasn't super happy with. So you don't really feel the weight of your character in the world, but hey, it's a video game, right? We're not always looking for the full realism, and that's okay. That's how you can tell this game isn't trying to be hyper realistic. It's trying to be something else, something creative. Now let me shout out the creature design, because it's awesome, bro. They nailed it. Magical, weird, and dangerous. The combat isn't just about button mashing either. You gotta think, you gotta make moves, plan things, and I have to say, I love how the game guides you without holding your hand. You got a ghost and otherworldly stuff leading you. It's subtle but smart. I'm not gonna spoil anything here, but yeah, if I had to point one thing that bugged me, it's that sometimes I couldn't tell what kind of game I was playing. Like, is this a combat focused game, or is it more of a slow storytelling experience? But in the end, the direction it goes with the narrative is legit. It feels like reading a book, and I really hope you guys dive into it once. It's kind of a game where you sit by the fire, tell ghost stories, talk about Southern magics, weird monsters, you know the vibe. It's a playable tale, to be honest. And yo, sorry, I haven't been around much lately. There haven't been many games worth covering. Plus, I had some stuffs I had to sort out, but it's all good now. I'm back. I'll be making more videos for you guys soon. Hope you enjoyed the review or whatever this was. Just a good old game chat. Make sure you like, subscribe, and let me know what you think of this game. Are you gonna try it? Have you played it already? Let me know in the comments. And if you want more chill games talk like this one, you know what to do. Much love and peace out.